And a good morning, everybody. Hold up, let me fix my audio.
Hey, Gabby!
Let's try this again. All right, let's try this again. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Brevard Sports Network. We got ourselves game number 2 between Port St. Lucie and Beachside. They're playing game 2. I will get the scoreboard and everything up in just a second. To thank our sponsors, Kevin's Complete Lawn Service and Beachin Coffee Chicks. They started this game quicker than I expected. This game was expected to be first pitch around noon, but because the first game ended early, they decided to start second game early. Currently on the pitcher's mound, or pitcher's circle. That one's fouled off for strike 1. Count is 2-1. Currently at the dish for Beachside, it's Reagan Nygaard, the third baseman. And currently in the circle, flip back to my book, is Leah Race. Leah Race is the pitcher for game number 2. Yes, you did hear me say that right. Game number 2. And the catcher is Sanchez. But currently, Nygaard, 3-1. And that one in the dirt. And Nygaard will start off with a walk. And next up will be number 14, Miriam Stewart, playing right field this game. Stewart inside the batter's box. Watches that ball high for ball 1. Again, I will get the scoreboard up in just a moment. In between innings, like I said, they started this one faster than I expected. I thought we were still on for noon. And all of a sudden I see them doing the plate meeting. There's strike 1. Count is 1-1. I saw them doing the plate meeting. I'm like, oh, wow, we're starting early. And no one told the broadcaster. So. It's okay. I just need to be more aware. The 1-1, and that one fouled off. The 1-2. Runner on first as Miriam Nygaard was walked. Race. Definitely a different style pitcher than we saw in game number 1. Over to third. First for out number 1, but that will advance Nygaard on the fielder's choice. And Stewart will be out number 1. Olivia Troy next up at the dish. Troy awaits 1 out, runner at second. Already a better start than they had game 1. That one high for ball 1. There's the pitch. That one high for ball 2. Top of the first. Again, this game just getting started. In there for strike 1. Olivia Stewart awaits. That one in the dirt. And here comes Nygaard. Nygaard will reach third on the pass ball. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Kevin's Complete Lawn Service and Beachin Coffee Chicks. It's a coffee truck Post our weekly schedule on their Instagram and on Facebook. Step. That one in that upper zone there. And it's 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nygaard standing on third. Troy looks at strike 3. She'll go down looking, and that's 2 outs now. Next up, number 78, Rowan Guggenheim. And Guggenheim steps in the box. Fires. That one's going to be popped up in foul territory. Race, after starting off the inning a little shaky, has looked to have found her groove. Getting 2 outs. Race steps, fires. In there for strike 1, swing and a miss. Or strike 2, swing and a miss. Race steps up. And that one's going to be over to third. Over to first for out number 3. So after walking the first batter, she strikes 1 out and a grounder, 2 grounders to first. We head to the bottom of inning number 1 with your score. It's 0-0 with Port St. Lucie coming to bat. All right, here we go. All right, so now we'll go ahead and set the table for you for Beachside. At third base is Reagan Nygaard. Right field, Miriam Stewart. At second base, Olivia Troy. And at first base, Peyton Stewart. At shortstop, Sienna Wilson. Out in the outfield from right to left. In right field is Miriam Stewart. Left field, Finley Parker. And center field is Raylan. To go back and get her last name because didn't put that on the lineup sheet. Oh well. The batters due up for Port St. Lucie, Brianna Hudson, Bella Falo. Sorry, Bella Farrow, and the pitcher, Leanne Race. As you can possibly hear the rocket off in the background. Beautiful thing about weekend tournaments. Actually, I say any sporting event here in Florida, there may be a stoppage for a rocket launch depending on time of day. So here we go. Tora Troy in the circle, and that one is in the ground, bounces away for ball 1. Her battery mate, again, is Rowan Guggenheim. So here we go. And that one popped up. out of play. And what a catch made by that fan. All right, sun's come back out, meaning I need to grab the umbrella. And that's strike two. Count is 2-2. Here to the batter. Bella Farrow. Farrow will get hit by the pitch. Or was that Hudson? Check that. That was Hudson. That was still Hudson. I apologize. I thought we were on the next batter. All right. So now this is Farrow. Hudson is on first. No outs here in the bottom of the first. And there's a beautiful bunt. Excellently laid down. The throw gets away. Hudson coming to third. Hudson's being sent home. Just bringing it in, and Farrow will be kept at third, so Farrow will get the single. We'll give her the bunt single, advances to third on the throw, and Port St. Lucie picks up already a 1-0 lead. First pitch is a ball. Leah Race, the pitcher. And she digs that one out of the dirt. That one gets by the third baseman. That'll be an RBI single. She looks to go second, but instead returns right back to first. That's an RBI single. And next up to bat, number 11, the catcher, Sanchez. And that one bounces in the dirt. And Race thought about it, but instead she gets sliding right back into first. Nobody out. Port St. Lucie up 1-0, and there's a swing. That's going to be a hit. And that'll go down as a single. The Bats continuing to stay aggressive here. And next is Mia Perez. Next up at the dish. Perez gets in the box, and I'll tell you, this Port St. Lucie team, they love to swing the bats. And there's another slap shot. That one's going to get to the outfield. Race headed on to score. Sanchez headed to score. And Perez says, I'll take my advance to second. Three nothing Port St. Lucie. So Delilah Sanchez and Leah Race came in to score. And that one's going to be in for a hit. That's going to go all the way to the fence. She swings into second. She's going to race. Here's a play at third. And she makes it a stand-up triple A stand-up RBI triple, and Port St. Lucie jumps out to a 4-0 lead. And Martin there with the RBI triple. There's a slap back over to short. Up for one. Did she beat it out? No, she did beat it out. And Port St. Lucie is just back, picking up right where they left off. They're aggressive swinging the bats. They're going after pitches out of the strike zone, both above and below the strike zone. They're digging everything out, and they're putting the ball in play. Next up to bat. So she'll take second. Ali Luque at the plate. And that'll be a slap over to second. Over to first for out. Number 1. So that's the first out. So Luque does her job advancing the runner. Next up is number 24, Maddie Lesueur. And that's going to go over the catcher's head. Bounces off the backstop, and Taver. Taver standing on third. Swing and a miss high for strike one as Taver plays the little cat and mouse game down here at third base, right in your screen. One out. Lesueur leans out for ball 1. Check that, ball 2. Count is 2-1. Yes, this is game number 2 between Port St. Lucie and Beachside. That one in the dirt. Taver waiting for a mistake. And Beachside, running into a little bit of the issues that plagued them in game 1. Not getting the gloves down low on ground balls And that one's popped up and out of play for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Or Maddie Lesueur. Excuse the voice crack. Apparently I haven't hit puberty yet. That one in the dirt. And that's a walk. And Gabby Oliver. Gabby Oliver to the plate, and they're Tora Troy. They're getting Troy some water, and they're getting the catcher some water as well. This was a quick turnaround here in game number 2. Now the umpires are having a conversation about something. Catcher and pitcher taking this time to get some water. It's a steamy one. Not not horrible by Florida standards. By Florida standards, it's relatively comfortable. I mean, a little muggy, but it could be way worse. And I didn't add the other 2 runs, so let me go ahead and do that now. It's 6-0, and remember, Port St. Lucie jumped out 6-0 in the first inning of game number 1. And it's just due to that aggressive hitting style. I mean, they're swinging at everything, and they're making good contact, putting the ball in play, and it's working. And runner will take second base. Gabby Oliver at the plate. Tora Troy with the pitch. That one's high. Nearly gets away from catcher. Guggenheim. Troy fires. In there for strike 1. Both runners return to base. We have Trevor on first, or on third, and the other runner on second. Swing and a miss, or a swing and fouled back to the screen. Number 24, Lasure, is at second base. Fires that one low, and that's a strikeout. That looked low to me, but I'll say this. He had a better angle on it than I did. And look, these umpires have done great today. 2 outs, 6-0, Port St. Lucie on top. And another aggressive swing for strike 1. Number 44, Jalen Smith. Smith awaits the 0-1 pitch. Leans out, ball 1. Tora Troy trying to get out of this inning here without allowing any more damage. And that stayed fair. And there's the third and final out. So Port St. Lucie picks up where they left off in game number 1. Pick up 6 runs here in the first inning. We head to the top of the second with your score. Port St. Lucie 6, Beachside with work to do. All right, as we return to inning number 2. Much like game number 1, Port St. Lucie sent 11 batters to the plate. Due up for Beachside here in the second inning. The pitcher, Tora Troy, Finley Parker, and Sloan Kerr are the 3 due up here in the second. So Tora Troy has an opportunity to start something positive for her cause. And Race in the circle. Leah Race steps, fires. That one high for ball 1. Thank you for joining us here live on the Brevard Sports Network on a beautiful Florida morning. I'd like to thank Kevin's Complete Lawn Service and Beachin Coffee Chicks, both stepping up to sponsor this tournament. And there's that one gets through. And wait a minute now. Got another base runner. And I'm going to go ahead and give Troy the single there. So Troy reaches base. And next, bring up number 1, the left fielder, Finley Parker. That one low. And Troy thought about it. She thought about going. Race fires in there for strike 1. Count is 1-1, no outs. That one up for ball 2. That one high for ball 3. Race fires. Strike 2. Full count now. Parker. And she ducks, and that's ball 4. So 2 runners on now. Parker will reach on a walk. Next up is Sloan Kerr. Wait. And Kerr, as Port St. Lucie comes to talk to somebody. All right, so there's a sub number 11. Don't know what happened. Okay, so an injury occurred. Number 11. So number 11 is being taken out of the game. All right, that's going to mess with my scorebook. Great. So that's not Kerr. Swing and a miss. I believe that's number 77. No. Find out who this is. And that's going to be shot over to first for one. And no, it's not. That one's going to get away. Beachside will score 1 run. And Beachside gets on the board as the mistakes that weren't being made by Port St. Lucie last game and number 5, Cockrell. Layla Cockrell at the dish. Held up and takes strike 1. No outs. So Beachside already showing. Foul tip. That one back into the fence. That one low. And they're going to try to throw down to first. No outs. Count is 2-2 to Cockrell. They've put 1 runner on. Again, nobody out. Runners at second and third. That pitch high. That one high over. It's the backstop. They're going to attempt. They got her in a pickle. And they throw her out they throw Parker out at third. And 1 out. Great job there. By the catcher, Delilah Sanchez. Sanchez doing a great job working with Perez there to get the out. Race, that one in the dirt. Pops up, daring somebody to go. Runners on first and second for Beachside, 1 out. That one in the dirt again. Count is now 2-0. One out. Runners on first and second. And swing and foul that one off. Count is 2-1. Fires that one in the batter's box. Count is 3-1. 1 out. Runners on first and second. Leo Race. Race steps, fires. That one into the dirt. That's ball 4, and the bases are juiced. Beachside did not have this many base runners at all in the last game. So they come out with refocused, and Beachside said they're ready now. Next up at the plate is number 77, Peyton Stewart. And the team comes around to talk and calm down their pitcher. Hey, throw it over the plate and let us work for you. Let us work behind you. And that's all the defense is saying. That, hey, just throw it over the plate. Let us do what we know we can do. And that one back against the fence, but no one moves. Race looks, fires that, and that ball is rising on her. Count is 2-0, 1 out. Bases are loaded. Stewart, Peyton Stewart, trying to add some runs here. That one low, and it's ball 3, 3-0. And if you're Stewart, unless she throws you one smack dab in the wheelhouse, you make her throw you a strike. All right. That one, she takes strike 1. 3-1, hitters count right here. That one high, and that's ball 4. That'll walk in a run. Base is still loaded now for number 2, Wilson. And Wilson's going to make her throw her a strike. Low in the dirt for ball 1. Stewart. Or no, that's Wilson. 1 out. That's in there for strike 1. Count is 1-1. Oh, and trying to throw Cockrell out at third. Race battled her way back. 1-2, 1 out. Bases are loaded. The 1-2. That one in the dirt. And Sienna Wilson is waiting for an opportunity. You can tell she wants to drive in a couple more runs right here. And she takes strike 2. Or check that. Strike 3. So 2 outs now, bases loaded as we head to the top of the lineup. Reagan Nygaard. Nygaard watches that one go high. Bases are loaded. And that one's going to be put in play to the pitcher. Home for out number 3. So, Beachside scores 2 runs, but leaves three stranded. We head to the bottom of inning number 2 with your score. Port St. Lucie 6, Beachside 2. All right, we head back. Here we are back. Due up for Port St. Lucie is Michaela Serbia. And 2 balls now. Here in the bottom of inning number 2, Beachside scoring 2 runs. Had a chance to listen into the Port St. Lucie dugout, and the coach said, look, we do the small things right. That's what gets us big victories. Small things right gets victories, and his players have seemed to respond to getting louder in the dugout now. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Count is 2-1 on Serbia. Michaela Serbia is at the dish. Serbia waits. And that's in there for strike 2. Count is now 2-2. As Troy has battled her way back into this at bat. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And there's the first strikeout of the day. Next up is Brianna Hudson. Hudson takes ball 1 and awaits. Troy steps, fires. That one in the dirt for ball 3. 3-0 count. And that's a 4-pitch walk. So Hudson will get on to first, this time via the walk. Last time she was hit by pitch. And wait a minute. I get screwed up again on number 22. No, it's Bellaferro. So Hudson moves over to second. And that one through the catcher's legs. And Hudson thinking about taking home and says, nope, I'll go right back over to third. So Hudson there in your screen, sitting at third base, 1 out. Bellaferro is at the dish. Relaxed, now ready. That pitch outside for ball 3. So three balls. It's a 3-0 count. And Farrow is setting up to bunt. And then tries to slap it. Slaps it foul for strike 1. Troy trying to get the out here at the plate. And that one is slapped foul. Count is now full, 3-2. Troy fires, and that one's going to be hit deep. That one's going to go all the way to the fence. Hudson will score. Farrow around second. She's heading to third. And Farrow with a stand-up RBI triple. And it's 7-2. And next up to bat is number 1, Leah Race, the pitcher. So the pitcher versus pitcher matchup here. And that one high for strike one. Or ball one. Bam, as they call her. That one low for ball two. Has the opportunity to help her own cause out with a runner here at third. Looking to bring Farrow across the plate. In there for strike one. Count is 2-1. And that one's going to be popped up into center field. And there's the catch for the out. They're going to send Farrow. Farrow to the plate, and she will cross it. So a sacrifice RBI. And Port St. Lucie now up 8-2. So 2 outs, nobody on for Sanchez. Sanchez last time up hit a single. That one high for ball one. Count is 1-1. And that one up there for ball two. And that one's going to be swung to the outfield. That one's going to hit the fence. She goes rounding one. Sanchez rounding two. Sanchez barreling for third. And she will be held up at third with a stand-up triple. And here comes Mia Perez. Mia Perez waiting. And that one high. And Sanchez is going to gun it for home plate. Slides in, safe. And Perez on the pass ball slides into home plate, and it's 9-2. And Beachside. And that one's going to be popped up to center field. In for the catch for the third and final out. But not before Port St. Lucie Little League puts 3 more runs on the board. We head to the top of inning number 3 with your score: Beachside 2, or Port St. Lucie 9, Beachside 2. All right, as we come back into the top of inning number 3, let's give another big shout out to our sponsors, Kevin's Complete Lawn Service. Information is at the bottom of your screen, and Beachin Coffee Chicks. Beachin Coffee Chicks. Find them on Facebook and Instagram, where they post where they will be scheduled to be. Coffee on wheels. Coffee that almost literally comes halfway to you. I mean, what more could you ask for? So here we go. Due up. Is Miriam Stewart, Olivia Troy, and Rowan Guggenheim. Race fires that one over the head for a ball. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Fires low and in the dirt for ball 3. And Race. That one in the dirt, and 4-pitch walk. That'll bring in Stewart to first. Next up, Olivia Troy. Last time she struck out looking. And they're going to try to throw down and get Stewart, but Stewart stays at first safely. That one high. And Stewart will advance to second on the pass ball. And that's going to be another pass ball, and that's going to be another stolen base for Stewart, who's now at third. And coach is going to have a talk with his pitcher, Leah Race. And last couple innings, she hasn't been able to find much of a strike zone. Been getting behind in her counts, and coach is just going out to tell her relax. Let your defense work behind you. Top of the third. Stewart at third. No outs. And that's going to be another walk. So runners at first and second. Race. High for ball 1. Batter at the plate. Number 71, which I do not have on my roster. Or no, 78. high. Rowan Guggenheim. That one high. And Farrow, they were trying to bait Beachside into the double steal. Trying to bait them into it, and Beachside said, no thank you. That one in the dirt. And that'll be a walk. So bases are now loaded again for Beachside, second inning in a row. So Coach Robert going to go have a second conversation. And we'll see a new pitcher at the mound. And we're going to see Brianna Hudson come back. Brianna Hudson dominated in game number 1. So they're bringing her back here into game number 2. And while they do that, I'm going to get myself a drink and we'll be right back. All right, we're back. And Brianna Hudson has taken over the circle. She takes over a bases loaded, no out situation. And that one's fouled off for strike 2, quickly 0-2. Number 23, Tora Troy, the pitcher. And that one's going to be popped up. And they're going to send 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. But I heard the third base ump call infield fly. All right, so they call the in-fly feel rule, which an infield fly with bases loaded, the batter's automatically out. the runners on base can advance at their own risk, but the batter's automatically out on when the infield fly rule is called, and that's what happened. So it's 9-5. They scored 3 runs, but there's nobody on base. All right, let me go ahead and update that score. That score here. Nope, wrong. So a 3-run score. That's a ball. So 1 out. 0-2 and umpire giving a warning to the fans. Hudson fires. And strike 3. That's 2 outs. So what a bizarre inning. So Beachside had the bases loaded, no outs, in-fly field rule. And that one low for ball 1. And that's a slap down the first base line, but it will go foul. And that one's going to be popped on her knees over to first, and first wasn't expecting it. They're going to go 3 to try to get the out. Safe. And now a lot of the mistakes Port St. Lucie didn't make in Game 1, they're making in Game 2. And Beachside is capitalizing. Runner on third. 2 outs. And Cockrell up to bat. Strike 1. Hudson in the dirt for ball 1. 1-1. Runner on third. And strike 2. Beachside with an opportunity to close it within at least 6, within at least 3. And that's a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on third. Hudson. Cockrell. And count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And she walks Cockrell. Runners at the corners with 2 outs, and Beachside doing what they need to do. number 8, Lillian Stewart. And Cockrell's just going to take second. There is nobody there. Fires that one. It gets past. And and Beachside just saying they're going to play it safe here. And that's another ball. Count is 3-2. Full count. 2 outs. Bases are covered at second and third. And that's now bases are loaded. '77. Jalen Smith. Going to go have a word with the pitcher. In there for strike 1. That one high for ball 1. Count is 1-1. Swinging and a miss for strike 2. Count is 1-2, 2 outs. Bases are loaded for the second time this inning. And strike 3, and once again, second inning in a row, Beachside leaves the bases loaded, but not before scoring another 3 runs on an infield fly rule. They head to the bottom of inning number 3. Port St. Lucie 9, Beachside 5. All right, here we are. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Kevin's Complete Lawn Service, information at the bottom of the screen, and Beachin Coffee Chicks. Find them on Instagram and Facebook, where they will have the complete schedules of where they will be. So Port St. Lucie. It's Martin at the dish. And that one for a ball. Ediana Martin, Aubrey Taver. And Martin hits this one all the way into the corner. And Martin thinking third, but instead will stay at second. And Port St. Lucie starting this inning off strong. And there's the bunt attempt. By Trevor. Trevor awaits the 0-1. Martin, again, playing tricks here. Pulls back, and Martin's going to try for third. Nobody's there, and she's going to take off for home. And Port St. Lucie will score. And it's 10-5, Port St. Lucie. Swing and miss for strike one. Strike three for out number one. Next up is number 21, Allie. Allie Luque. That one in there for ball one. Count is 1-1, one out. And there's a slapper. That one will get through for a single. Allie Luque with a single. And next up, it'll bring up number 24, Maddie Lasseur. And they're throw over the second. And Luque will take second. And that one will be slapped over the first baseman's head. That one is fair. Luque headed to the plate. And Ali Luque will score, and that's 11-5, Port St. Lucie. Oliver now stepping up to the plate. One out. And that one is in the ground. Runner will take second. Swing and a miss for strike one. Count is 1-1, one out. Runner at second. That one in the dirt again. Oliver here to battle at the plate. That one's popped up. And a great catch by the catcher. Throw down to second is safe. One out. At least according to the scoreboard. But the umpires say there's 2 outs, so I'm going to go with them. 2 outs. Jalen Smith. That one low. But that one's called a strike. Just because I say it's low doesn't mean that's the actual call. I mean, it looks low to me, but he says it's a strike. He's a strike. Jacelyn trying to add another run on the board. Runner at second, 2 outs. And that one gets away from the catcher. Swing and a miss for strike number 3, and that's a strikeout to end the inning, but not before. Port St. Lucie puts on 2 more runs on the board. We head to the top of inning number 4 with your score. Port St. Lucie 11, Beachside 5. All right, folks, here we are back, top of the fourth. Due up next at bat for Beachside. I've got either Peyton Stewart or Wilson. All right, Sienna Wilson is due up next. So it's Wilson, Nygaard, and Miriam Stewart. Hudson in the circle. Delivers ball one. Swing and miss for strike one. Count is now 1-1. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Kevin's Complete Lawn Service and Beachin Coffee Chicks. Quickly now down 1-2 is Wilson. Swing and a miss for strike three. And Hudson looks to have found her groove that she was in game number one. Next up to the bite, Reagan Nygaard. And that's outside for ball one. Count is 1-1 with one out. Nygaard does a little limbo under the ball. Count is 2-1. That one's high for ball three. Count is 3-1. One out. Nobody on. Here in the top of the fourth. That one's low, and that'll now put Nygaard on. It'll be Miriam Stewart at the plate. Strike one. Miriam Stewart. Looks at ball one. One ball, one strike, one out. Runner on first. It's now ones that are running wild. And they're going to try, and unsuccessfully, trying to pick Nygaard at first. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 outs. And next up, Olivia Troy. Olivia tried to get something going. Remember, Beachside has loaded the bases twice, or 3 times in this game. 2 of them, that's how the inning ended. They did it twice last inning, scored 3 runs on the infield fly rule. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first. Trying again to get Nygaard. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The pitch. In there for strike 2. So now we got a deuces wild situation. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swing and a miss at a high pitch for the strikeout. So here we are. So we head to the bottom of inning number 4. Your score, Port St. Lucie 11, Beachside 5. All right, here we go. 11-5. Port St. Lucie is on top, and see who's up for Port St. Lucie. Yeah. Just battling with the wind now. There's a wind that's moved on, which feels nice and cool. It's definitely cooled off a bit. But you know, when you have a book that has pages, and the pages go flying, that's what's happening to me right now. I got lineups flying everywhere. Trying to keep the umbrella over this. The umbrella over the device so we can make sure we don't overheat. Michaela Serbia, Brianna Hudson, and Bella Farrow are the 3 scheduled for this half inning. Now, I will just say this. Port St. Lucie only needs 4 runs to end it. Now, I don't personally want to see it ended. I would like to see this game go full. You know, I want to see Beachside make it really interesting. And there's a pop-up just out of the glove. But I'm going to give her a hit. Serbia with a hit to get on base. And Brianna Hudson heads to the plate. Whoa, hey. All right. So the umpire's awake now. That ball went right into his mask. Oh, hopefully he's okay. Looks like a tough guy. And Beachside's trying. Beachside is daring Serbia. Go ahead and make an attempt at second, please. I'd like to give a thank you to Kevin's Complete Lawn Service and Beachin Coffee Chicks. And Serena, Serbia, says, I will take second. Thank you very much. So Hudson trying to help the cause here. And there's strike one. Tora Troy in the circle. She hasn't had a bad day today. It's, you know, she hasn't pitched too bad. You know, she's just hoping to get her defense to make plays behind her. And when you get into these later rounds, the sectionals, then you go on to the state tournament, that defense has got to be behind a pitcher, because guess what? Even sometimes, as good as these pitchers are, they're going to face really good hitters, and you need your defense back there to help you out. And unfortunately, that's been a story of the day for Beachside is needing help out from the defense. And Hudson digs that one out of the dirt. That one fumbled. And they move station to station. Bases are loaded. Serbia at third. Hudson at second. And Farrow is at first. So the bases are loaded, no outs. And here's Race. Race could really help out the cause right here. Really blow this one open. That one in the dirt. Good stop there by the catcher. That one high, and great job being a wall back there, not letting that one get by. Is the catcher, Rowan Guggenheim. Guggenheim doing a good job being a wall back there. Race. Waits the pitch. And a run will be walked in. So 12-5. So Hudson on third, Farrow at second. And at the plate now, that one goes high. The plate now is number 11, Sanchez, who's had herself a pretty big day today in both games 1 and 2. Bases loaded, No outs. And that one high and inside for ball one. Swing and a miss. She was swinging for the fences there. She was trying to put this game on ice with that one swing. That one in the dirt. And it's 3-1 now is the count. And she'll look at strike two. Count is full. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Ken Troy getting out here. And that one swung. That's a line drive. That's gonna be a single. And didn't get to second in time. So one out. But the score is 14-5 as 2-run score. So it's 14-5. One more does it. It's a bunt. Now she pulls back in. The runner will advance to second. Testing. Number 18, I believe that's Perez. Perez. She can get a hit here. This one is over. I'd like to thank both of our sponsors at the bottom of your screen. And Sanchez sits at third base. The winning run, 60 feet away. And she takes strike one. One out. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The game-winning run is standing on third. There's a bouncer. Fumbled out of the glove. And that's run number 15. And that's the game, folks. Congratulations to Port St. Lucie Little League. And you know what? A valiant effort today by Beachside. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Kevin's Complete Lawn Service and Beachin Coffee Chicks. For their weekly schedule, find them on Facebook and Instagram. Information for Kevin's Complete Lawn Service is down at the bottom of your screen. For Beachside Little League, for our great sponsors, for Port St. Lucie, for our great director here, I'm Caleb Brown. For the Brevard Sports Center. Again, your final score, Port St. Lucie 15, Beachside 5. Have a great day, everybody, and let's make it a sports day.